best wrestling podcast in the world. Fact. The road-wearing, original Pete, the believing, power of positivity, keeping it Rollins, the Summit. Fact. The homicidal, the genocidal, the ECW loving, daring young creeping, Mr. No Days Off, Scott. Fact. The biscuit and gravy eating, Naomi loving, lunatic craving, the melting pot, JP, and you can bank on that. Fact. The Bailey hugging, the interrupting, the Jaeger drinking, mouth of the Carolinas, Lil Steven. Fact.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
I miss you, Darren Young. Little Steven, Darren Young, in an evening gown match with Pat Patterson. Little Steven gets a little French-Canadian in him. If Jeff Hardy's going to face Jay Leno in a steel chairs match, people are just jealous because I got skills.
Here's my issue. Is it worse to get beat by one midget or three? Little Steven in a beer drinking contest with Naomi. I have this big issue with people. I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Just kept it Rollins. Jimmy Hart,
Chirpway.
X-Pac against Lil Steven in a microphone on a pole match. Anything can happen. Lightweight. If you don't want it, then don't bark it.
We're three-man band. That's horrible. I don't want to make you look bad.
You're fired, sir. When you want to hear me mess up, they're in Radioland. When you want to hear me not mess up, I did not know that. Wow. Wrestling with attitude. When you want your beer, awesome.
Welcome to Wrestling with Attitude. Of course, I'm the Summit. Don't worry, you will not see Benoit and CM Punk in Season 2 of Camp WWE. That would be funny. Well,
that would be
Punk,
horrible.
CM Punk would be great. The other one, no. But anyway, welcome to today's show. We got a great show for you. Of course, the guy with the what kind of? Oh, you wearing Greg Norman shirt? I got you.
Yeah, he's a golfer.
Little Steven's got his little red shirt on.
He's got a shark.
Of course, we have the one and only, the real Scott Ely is here as
Because the little girl logo was taken. Greg, the little girl, Norman.
And then, of course, I'm the Summit, wearing my scarf of the week.
Yeah.
Scarf of the week. That sounds like a new segment.
It's like Clue, but with a scarf.
Really?
1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
If you divide it by 8, it is 141 and 2/3 chance.
Angle has no chance because that's the way it is. So it's 66 and 2/3.
And the number spelled disaster for you.
By the way, if you've not seen that promo of Scott Steiner, please go do it. Go and check it out. It's great. And then also go watch EC3 do the mock of Matt Hardy. It was
broken Matt Hardy. Oh.
Who will be in Charlotte December 18th.
Well, okay, here's what I don't get. I don't want to talk much about that, but why is he allowed to do other shows? This is what I don't get with TNA.
Yes.
I don't get
here's
that.
Here's why. Because they have in their contracts they can work with independents.
And they don't run house shows or anything. They just run TV shows.
Right.
So
they
you
have
think
to make more
money
if they ran house shows. Do you think TNA should run house shows? I do.
Well, that's the way to get better chemistry in the ring with people. That's a better way to sell merchandise. People don't want to go to their pay-per-views.
Yeah, no one wanted to go to Bound for Glory. That's why there was only 500, not 1,500 TNA.
Well,
anyway,
the reason they can't do house shows is because
it costs money.
Well, not just that; it's a joke of what they have. I mean, dude, watch Impact. Can you imagine them do house shows? I can't imagine it. No offense to Jesse Goddard's versus Aaron Rex, which is Damian Sandow.
No,
really?
Stop. For people, I mean, I wouldn't want to go. I wouldn't want to pay to go see them at. Well, first of all, you couldn't go to Spectrum. I wouldn't want to pay.
Spectrum.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go downtown Charlotte to watch them because they couldn't afford to do that. But
because
Concord,
the price for parking would be more than the ticket
you'd
price.
pay way too much for
so
it. Yeah.
Concord probably they could do it there, but the problem with that, I wouldn't want to go see that because a house show? No, they couldn't. Yeah. They wouldn't put on a good show.
At least with WWE, you're getting something. You're getting to see at least one major main eventer at a house show. You do.
Well, no offense. Even when we went to last time they were here in Charlotte for a house show, I was getting to see Reigns against Sheamus. Say what you want. All right. They had a good rivalry.
Yeah.
for the title.
We
It
got to
wasn't
see New
great.
Day.
We got to see New Day. We got to see Miz 3 times, even though it was horrible. The other 2 that he was in matches against.
Dancing against Mark Henry. And the
Yeah.
Big Show's return, by the way, because Big Show wasn't on TV for a few months before that.
And he still hasn't been on TV.
Why do you think NXT's now doing live shows?
Well,
Events
because they sell out. Their
They
live
sell
shows.
out, right? Absolutely.
If
But
you got
Well,
a
that
hot
was awesome.
product.
But look
yeah.
at the money they're bringing in now. I mean, NXT is bringing up a lot more money than.
Well, look at the stuff I bought last night. 2 NXT shirts to one
I bought 2.
WWE.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, the NXT event that we went to, I mean, come on. We got to see Finn Balor right after WrestleMania,
Yep.
right after Dallas TakeOver.
Nakamura.
We got to see all of these guys right there. I mean, that's a huge thing because you don't, I mean,
That's true.
and two, they don't, their stuff is taped, so you can't go to you can't go to a live show. You have to go to their, you have to go to the live shows around. So I think NXT needs to start doing more live events, in my opinion. But I could see where they might not want to.
I don't think they should.
It's,
Why?
give the people, hey, we're going to have 5 live events. That makes people want to spend money to go, not having live events every week.
It gets old.
Sometimes less is better.
True.
For example, I'm the first. This was the first together Raw and SmackDown event they had since the brand split. And I think this is one of the best pay-per-views they've had in a long time.
Well, no, they
Because-
had
No, 'cause
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam was actually they
That
already
was a month
split.
after.
But this more was built up.
True.
And
This
when
was the first one they had all their individual titles.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Back then, it was more. We got to hurry up and put something together because we got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I remember that because they had the draft in July, and SummerSlam was coming up in 3 weeks. So they really didn't put much thought into it.
Which still,
this one they had time to prepare for it. I thought this was a really good pay-per-view compared to what we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
But
Now-
again, that's the thing. They should have been preparing for SummerSlam
do you
3-4 months down the
Well,
road.
Yeah.
like we
before.
talked about before, though, they should have done the draft like after WrestleMania or somewhere like 2 weeks.
I think
I
they
agree.
should have done the draft after SummerSlam.
I think
the night after SummerSlam.
I think
do
the
the
best.
draft.
I think the best time to do it is after Mania because that's when the new storylines start.
True.
You do it then, you can build up throughout the year.
Yeah.
But again, WWE doesn't think 5-6 months down the road. They think 2 weeks down the road.
Right. Just now.
Yeah, which I hate because they used to always think a year down the road. Now they
No,
don't, but-
that's true. All right, let's get thoughts on Goldberg at the Royal Rumble. We'll get to that. We're going to talk about Survivor Series, and we'll talk about Goldberg at the Rumble. From Toronto, Canada, 5-on-5 women's elimination match started off. I was very surprised it started the night off. Did anybody watch the kickoff show, by the way, first?
Nope.
Wait, there's 2 matches.
There's
wasn't there?
2 matches. There's Luke Harper and Kane. Yes.
Garbage. And then the Cruiserweights.
Cruiserweight, which
They could have had them do a 5-on-5 elimination. Like on the pre-show, at least.
Yeah, why didn't they do that? I'm
I
confused
agree.
on that. They
I
have
agree.
enough. They have enough people in their cruiserweight, right?
I agree. Yeah.
Heck, that could have been a great way to debut someone if you didn't. Oh, we have one guy missing. Boom, debut someone.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
But anyway, we had the women's match, Team Raw versus SmackDown. Becky versus Bayley last 2. Bayley pins Becky. Charlotte beats up Bayley after match. Thoughts on the match?
It was a decent kick. It was a decent opening.
I was surprised this was the opening. I figured it'd be the tag team.
No, you had to have something good. I mean, you knew the women were going to be better than the tag team.
Did you?
Elimination.
I
Really?
thought the tag
I
team
thought
was gonna be better.
it was going to be better.
I thought the tag team was
Yeah.
going to be better.
I mean, with the women they have wrestling, there wasn't really a weak point. With the tag teams, you had pretty much 2 or 3 good tag teams, and the rest were junk. And Nikki not even wrestling.
I'm not calling them junk now. Come on.
Breeze
Shining
Ongo's
Stars-
not junk.
Okay, they're junk. But Shining Star's not junk.
Shining Stars are junk.
They're okay, but they're not junk.
But you're never going to see them
Wait a minute.
push.
Okay, the guy who stands up for Ellsworth every week is calling Breezango junk and Shining Star junk.
Yeah, because
But
Ellsworth is more over than them.
I know, but okay, we'll wait because I got Ellsworth rant coming.
Hey.
Don't worry.
Shining Stars and Breezango have 2 hands. Technically, they have 4 hands.
They got 4. They got
Okay, they got more than a fighting chance.
Captain No Chin.
Yeah. Then we had James Ellsworth runs into Anderson Gallows. Mick Foley runs in.
Stop making fun. I like the chin jokes. I'm not going to lie. I did get a giggle out of some of them.
Yeah, they were good. Then we had the IC title match, Miz versus Zayn. Miz wins after Maurice rang the bell. Miz pins Zayn with a roll-up. It was a good match.
It was good. The only thing was Zayn was looking at the Miz when the bell rang, so he could see him not tapping. The best thing would have been is him looking up and can't see the Miz when the bell goes.
Yeah.
It was just a botch move on Zayn, but other than that, it was still a decent match.
No, it was good.
I felt like the match had no purpose. Like, I went for Zayn. I know I did to win. I think I did. But no matter what, I just the thing is, because
No, we all picked Miz.
we did. Well, because Miz won. I mean, because Miz won that week before, I just felt Zayn had no shot.
Well, he wasn't going to win regardless.
Yeah,
We all picked Raw's women, by the way, as well.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
Wow, really?
Zayn
Yeah,
had
we
a
all
shot. Zayn had a shot. I disagree. Zayn didn't have a shot. Zayn had
There was just no
chance.
build up for him to win.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, there was no, like, if that would have happened where Miz actually had the belt about 2 weeks earlier, then I would have felt
They should
better.
have had the IC title match with Ziggler and The Miz like 2 weeks earlier.
Yes.
Then the next week follow up with Zayn challenging
or
him.
not gave the belt to Ziggler, you know.
Right.
Well, yeah, like, that's what made no sense. Like, it just felt like they were switching at the end. Like, it just made no
The
sense.
only reason they did is because it's 900th episode. And they
Yeah,
wanted
and they
something
wanted a title
interesting
match.
to happen. Yeah, exactly. That's what I just said. Then we had Styles and Ambrose backstage. Shane walks in. Enzo and Kaz come out. Tag team elimination match. SmackDown versus Raw. Let me see here. Who we have? You had Raw. We had SmackDown tag teams. I knew I should have stuck with Raw. Usos versus Sheamus and Cesaro. Last 2. Sheamus makes Jey Uso tap out. SmackDown wins.
How about
I love the match.
the New Day being the first team on Raw?
Yeah, what was the point of that?
To make didn't Anderson Gallows pin him? That's the reason.
No.
Who pinned him?
They're on the same team, Anderson.
Oh,
Gallows.
that's right. Who pinned him? Who pinned him on SmackDown?
Usos? I think it was the Usos.
Because but here's the thing.
Because didn't they super kick?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was the Usos. They super kicked Kofi and pinned Kofi. I don't understand. I didn't understand that. Not unless you're trying to have the Usos beat Solano for the tag team belts. I mean, that's the only reason I could think. But we'll see.
Well, I mean, them being the last team, it makes them look better.
Right.
But still, at least have your tag chance. At least SmackDown had Slater and Rhino. They were the second to last team eliminated. Tag team eliminated.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't need to be the first. I didn't get the point of that.
I agree with that.
Like Shining Stars had to be the first. Like get your 2 junk teams out of the way.
Well, Breezango was the first.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
first on Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that made no sense that your captain is going. It just, especially for a team that is, 450
something days.
Yeah.
They're 3 weeks away from breaking the record. So
I thought they
Or 2
already
weeks.
broke the record.
No, it's coming up.
No, they're 23 days away.
Are you serious?
22 days away.
So
now.
we're still going to see this at Roadblock.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Oh yeah. No, you don't. See
So
it
we
too
won't see a title change till Royal
But-
Rumble.
Why not? I could see Cesaro and Sheamus actually winning.
But positive note, at least we'll have a heel tag team champion
What?
Yeah.
with the New Day.
What do you mean?
Heel turn.
No. Why not have Sheamus and Cesaro be full heels? You can.
Well, because they're not technically heels because Cesaro is so over with the crowd.
Yeah, and you
Sheamus
said
is
yourself
not.
you don't want to see Cesaro as a heel.
No, I do want to see him as heel if you don't make him a full heel.
Yeah.
Because when
He'll never be a heel though.
when
That's the thing.
Cesaro first started, all right, he was that Swiss Superman. I loved the gimmick.
Oh, it was great.
All right, it was great. And I don't never, like you said earlier, never say never. So then we had Stephanie and Mick backstage, the Cruiserweight title, Kendrick versus Kalisto. We all had Kendrick winning, but Kalisto won because Corbin attacked Kalisto. Kalisto wins by DQ, so we're all lost.
So the Cruiserweight's going to SmackDown, right?
No, he won by DQ.
No, they're going to 205 Live
which I
on
what
is
Tuesday
the
night.
point of that?
Let's save that. All right, I wanted to talk about that
Okay.
later
All right,
because I
all right.
wanted to talk about 205 Live. I don't want to interrupt us getting through this.
Yeah.
This one. Then we had, but Corbin interrupted the match.
So it doesn't. Yeah, it basically doesn't count. I get it.
I'm glad somebody reminded me. What about Cesaro doing the 619?
That was the
actually,
worst looking 619 I think I've ever seen in my life.
Well, he's like the tallest guy ever. There's no way he could do a 619.
Did you notice at first they didn't want to call it the 619?
No.
They were trying to call it something
He
else.
should have done the booyaka booyaka.
Yeah.
The Ray jump up and
That would have been hilarious. But he's too big of a guy to do a 619. That's the thing. Like if Styles did it or someone a little bit smaller did it, I'd be okay.
Kofi.
Yeah.
Didn't the 619 kill somebody set up?
Oh,
It did, didn't it?
Wow.
Boo.
I didn't bring it up. I didn't bring it up.
Wow, that was
Are you
bad.
saying boo or Bautista?
I think Bautista. Then we had the 5-on-5 elimination match, the men. Strowman pinned Ambrose. Orton, now I was kind of upset at first why Ambrose lost, but then I realized why.
Makes sense.
Then Orton and Wyatt put Braun on a table.
Imagine Steven doing the 619.
Wow.
That would be great.
He wouldn't make it that far.
He would do the TJ Perkins wedged in the ropes, but not holding on. He would actually be wedged.
I can't get up.
It would be a fat man in little ropes.
Oh, that was hilarious echo.
But then we had Shane hits the elbow on Braun. Strowman's count out because of Ellsworth held his leg down. And then Kevin Owens got eliminated because he hit Styles with the Jericho list. Orton pinned Jericho after RKO. Ambrose attacks Styles, Shield reunion as they put Styles through the table.
Oh, man.
Reigns puts Styles through the table. Rollins pins Styles. Harper comes out. Wyatt pins Rollins after Orton hits RKO on Rollins. And Wyatt pins Reigns and Orton survives with Wyatt. Family survives with Orton. SmackDown wins.
Okay.
We all had,
Best match of the night, by the way.
You had Team SmackDown. Me and him had Team Raw.
But best match of the night. Anybody disagree with that?
I don't know. Goldberg and Lesnar, man. That was right up there. No, honestly, this will surprise you. I think it was a great match. I will put that in the tag team match right there with it.
Really?
Really. I mean, the tag team match was outstanding. And it wasn't just the America Alphas, all right? I love the America Alphas, but it was, to me, the Usos were really good in the match.
Yeah.
New Day, of course, got killed, but Cesaro and Sheamus looked good. But, yeah, of course, I would say the men's.
But I don't know.
I would say the men's was the best match of the night, but the tag team wasn't far behind.
Okay.
But, I mean, Shane looked pretty decent besides when he had that heart attack and he was on the apron for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that really,
I was actually concerned that he was hurt, but then he came out.
I was very concerned.
I had two things that really bothered me this pay-per-view. All right, first and foremost is giving 10 minutes to James Ellsworth in the back, or even have him hold down a giant. Braun Strowman, say what you want, has been huge. I mean, he is not. What is he? Hornswoggle now? That's.
I
one
like how he
thing.
pronounces his name wrong. It's Strobloman, everybody.
It's
not.
Strowman.
It's not that thing that people keep saying on Raw.
Stop this. You know what? I think you would rather see Ellsworth than Strowman.
Yeah.
They about have the same talent level.
No.
Except
not
Ellsworth
even
isn't a
close, dude.
steroided man.
When has he missed a move? The guy almost killed somebody with a move.
What?
And Strowman actually landed
No.
a drop kick.
No.
He didn't almost kill someone. He almost killed
Kill
himself with a move.
I know.
It's a little different.
Right? Well, we haven't seen Strowman kill anybody with a move because he only does like one move, and that's that running splash.
Oh, we do have one more match. I forgot.
Oh yeah,
It was so
that
great.
doesn't count.
Goldberg versus Lesnar. Goldberg pinned Lesnar into hitting a jackhammer. He hit 2 spears and a jackhammer in 84 seconds. Lesnar did not land a punch.
So wait, is that his shortest match in history? Because if I remember correctly, the one with Hugh Morris was his shortest match, and that one was 2 minutes long. So I think that's his shortest match in history. He just broke his own record.
DDP.
Did anyone notice that?
Sean said DDP.
Really?
DDP? No way.
Yeah.
No, because it ended. That doesn't count. Because the match ended and we never got to see it. That's different.
No, we got to see like 5 minutes of it. Yeah. And then the pay-per-view was like, no dice. No, but then they got to see it on Nitro the next day. They aired it in its entirety for free.
Free of charge.
But no, that was the worst thing they could have done.
Yeah.
But I kind of see where WWE was going with it. They wanted something, a shock value to get people talking about it like we are now. But it killed Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate. It killed him.
You killed the Beast.
Okay, listen. Here's the only logical reason I can think of it. All right, that was the second thing that bothered me. By the way, was the Goldberg Lesnar thing. But here's the only logical reason I can think is because Goldberg was hurt Monday Night Raw, and he couldn't take any punishment. Who's the one guy on this roster besides Ellsworth that hurts people? It is Lesnar, right?
Yeah. But Ellsworth doesn't hurt. He hurts himself. It's a little different.
And he still comes back the next week and puts on a performance.
If you called it a performance, fine.
I injured myself last week taking out the trash, but I'm here.
Hey, he survived being killed by Strowman.
So is Strowman. So
We don't know yet. We haven't seen him. He might be dead.
Like I was saying, the only reason I could think is because Lesnar did not want to hurt Goldberg. That's all I could think. Because if he hit him F5 or something else, he would have hurt him.
Yeah.
Because I would rather seen Lesnar do at least one German suplex to Goldberg and then get beat.
But that's Goldberg's problem. He should be in the ring taking bumps and getting the rust knocked off.
Well,
that's not
what
Lesnar's problem.
No, I agree, but we don't know. That's the reason he should be in other matches before this one. I agree with that.
Or you know what they should have done? They should have put him as a month build-up doing job matches to people.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Doing squash
Like,
matches.
This is the thing I don't like about... This is what I don't like about it. You have these guys come back, but you don't want them to wrestle because you want to save... You want people to actually see them wrestle for money. So, I mean, like, for the main event at a pay-per-view. But why can't we see them do job matches? Like
that's the thing.
Like,
maybe he said, I only do pay-per-view matches.
No, because
like
if HBK comes back, we will never see him wrestle until that day. But would I like to see him before that? Yes, because, everyone's got to shake off the cobwebs.
Well,
everyone gets rusty. Everyone gets rusty. It's true. That's what I don't like about it. That's why I hate it when Lesnar comes back, because we've never seen Lesnar wrestle on Raw. And it's been, 10, 12 years since the last time?
He was supposed to until... He was supposed to wrestle Rollins.
Yeah. Never happened.
Never happened.
I mean, that's...
No, he is. He's working to get in the Hall of Fame. He will.
Who?
He will. Goldberg.
Oh, Goldberg's
I
going.
thought you meant Taz.
No.
Yeah.
Taz,
Taz. Taz really trying to get into the Hall of Fame, isn't he?
So, listen, all right, one last thing. So, go ahead and rate, Survivor Series. What grade? Give it a grade. A through E.
I'd give it a B+.
I don't know. That last match, man. Might have to give it an A.
It was an A. it was an A- until that last match.
Really? I'll give it a B+.
It was actually for once on par with the Takeover event.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good.
Normally, the Takeover events are
Yeah.
Not always. But yeah.
For the last two they've been.
Yeah, for the last two.
That's your opinion.
But they
I
have
don't say
been.
it's been better. No, they have been good, but there's some of I'm not as crazy about Nakamura as you are, so I don't drink the Kool-Aid with that.
Drink the Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
We drink Kool-Aid here?
Hey, he had a 5-star match in his first match in NXT.
Who?
Nakamura and Zayn.
Who?
They had a
No,
5-star
they did
match.
not.
They
No,
had
they
you
didn't.
look it up. It's a 5-star match.
To me, it wasn't a 5-star
On
match.
Pro
Okay,
Wrestling.
who
That's
rates
fine.
rates a 5-star match?
Dave
though?
Meltzer.
Listen,
Dave Meltzer.
The same. Listen, I'm gonna say this again. You have your opinion. He's got his. I got mine. Everybody on Periscope's got theirs. All right. To me, it wasn't a 5-star match.
All
To
right.
me, Austin Aries and Sami Zayn had a better match than Nakamura and Zayn did. That's to me, because I don't like the strong style as much as you do. So.
Oh, it's the kicks. I mean, but that's Japanese nowadays. It's what they
Well,
like
it's not
over
just.
there.
It's just not that.
Well, because
I
he
mean,
uses
if
his
they were-
feet like people use fists. That's the thing. Like, instead of punching, he kicks.
But he does
Yeah.
no wrestling moves. He does no wrestling moves. My point.
He does an exploder
What he's-
suplex.
Okay,
He's got his
one.
exploder.
Who? Zayn?
No.
Oh, he's got one
Shinsuke.
move. He's got one move that he does besides kicks.
Well, maybe next time
He
we'll
does
see
a
two moves.
running double knee.
That's not a move. That's knees.
Well.
That's not moves. No, and that's fine. It's different styles.
It
It's
is
fine.
a different style.
Some people like it better than other people.
Yeah.
There's no problem with that. Like, I like Roman Reigns better than James Ellsworth, you know? So,
Ooh, that's close.
no, it's not. Stop it. Stop it. Stop
Really?
it, dude. Stop it. All
Okay,
right.
James Ellsworth has a better promo. That's all I can
Are
say.
you kidding me?
Hold on, Scott. You didn't just say that, did
Okay,
you?
okay.
Oh.
Hold-
Is
hold on.
that better than it?
Hold on.
Believe that.
Here, let's go. One last thing I got to say real fast. I would say give it a B. And the reason I'm not giving it a or a B plus is because of James Ellsworth.
Really?
Yes, because let me tell you, and the crowd, you got the 5-on-5 men's elimination match, and all you hear in the crowd chanting, Ellsworth, Ellsworth, Ellsworth. Really? You got the
Because he went
Shield-
missing.
No, let me finish before you interrupt me. It's the Shield reunion. They just threw somebody to a table, and they're chanting for Ellsworth.
Yeah.
That I don't get. All right. I
Well,
mean,
that was before they did. That was before they did that spot
All right.
and came back.
But you
So-
had these guys. You had a 5-on-5 main event, and you're chanting Ellsworth. I don't get it. I want one answer. Somebody explain to me what Ellsworth does that is so good. Why does people love him? I don't understand. I want an answer for that.
He's
'Cause
comic relief.
For 2 weeks, I haven't got one. So is Slater.
But it's just the same thing as the stupid yes chant. They just like to chant him because he's something right now. They have something right now, and because he's not really a superstar, because he's
our
a
modern-
regular person.
He is now.
He's
Yeah.
our modern day Barry Horowitz.
No one's Barry Horowitz.
No, Barry Horowitz is better than Ellsworth. I'm sorry.
All right.
At least,
Well, that was my one question. So y'all.
at least Barry Horowitz always had entrance music. Ellsworth had no entrance music.
No,
at
he's
one
got.
point.
Yeah.
Now he does.
He's got, dude.
he does.
They played it on Survivor Series. When does a mascot get an entrance?
The Gobbledygooker doesn't even have an entrance.
Hey, Dana Brooke had to come
Dana
out with
Brooke.
Charlotte.
I know. That's what I'm saying. She had to come out with Charlotte. But you give that freaking muskrat.
Oh my gosh!
damn
Look
thing.
up what a muskrat is. It's not a muskrat. I promise.
Looks like one. All right. And then Monday Night Raw was from Toronto as well. Goldberg comes out. He says he will be in the Rumble. We'll talk about that. New Day versus Sheamus and Cesaro. Yes.
Speaking of the crowd, since we all right,
Yes, he did.
Toronto, get your facts straight. Because, you in the crowd going, you screwed Brett. Guess what? He didn't screw Brett. He injured Brett. There's a difference, okay?
I mean, he almost killed Brett.
Hey, second
He
of all,
almost killed Brett.
Second of all, Brett screwed Brett.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tired of Toronto. All they care about, you screwed Brett. It doesn't matter if you were the cameraman that night. You screwed Brett. No, they didn't. Okay.
Hey, you're in Canada. get ready for the Brett loving.
I am tired of Toronto because of this.
This is why they should not have pay-per-views in other countries. Because every time they
That's
do...
racist.
No, I'm being serious. I'm not being racist. I'm being serious. How is it racist?
Yeah, that's my job.
How is it racist? I'm just saying they shouldn't have it in different countries because when they do, you can't control the crowd. The crowd is insane when you go to England or Canada or anywhere else.
No,
How is it racist, though?
No,
What?
You say it was racist. How is it racist?
no, he's just
It is.
being an idiot.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay with them going to Canada. I actually have no problem with it because Canada has wrestling roots.
Right.
All right, that's fine. England, I'm fine with them going to England because England's got wrestling roots.
So?
I'm
that doesn't
okay
mean
with it. Look, if they hijack the show, they hijack the show. That's something
but it
WWE needs to work on.
But it takes away from the ring performance.
But
It does.
get better on both shows, and
Okay, hold on.
And they won't hijack the show.
I got to stop you with that. That's baloney. That's
but
BS.
they won't hijack the show if that
That's baloney,
happens.
though, because they just had the women in England, okay, and they interrupted Charlotte during her promo singing Bailey's song. There's nothing Charlotte can do about that,
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, the product during their. I understand if you would do it during somebody that couldn't wrestle or cut a promo.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with that. But they did that during her promo.
But Charlotte
that
can cut a promo.
interferes with her doing her job because you couldn't hear what Sasha had to say, Becky. You couldn't hear what any of them had to say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying with that one.
But heck, they've had some shows here in the U.S. that they do that. I
Yeah.
mean,
Brooklyn did that.
Brooklyn did it.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
boring.
what was the one where they're just doing the wave during a match?
That was. I thought that was overseas.
No, that was here.
Oh, that was the night after WrestleMania.
Yeah. They're just
That was in
doing a
Dallas.
wave
That
the
was in Dallas.
whole time.
Yeah, and listen, I get it, but you got to remember too, at these big pay-per-views, people fly in. A lot of people flew in to Dallas to see WrestleMania. So
Yeah.
true. I'm just saying, it seems like when they go overseas or somewhere, that's when it happens more, which is fine. They
It
have
does,
the right
yeah.
to do it, but it interferes with what the people in the ring are
Yeah.
doing.
No, here's the thing. See, when they were in Canada, I was the only one that heard the "You Screw Brett" because it was only like 10 people saying it, but I was like, you guys are the worst marks I've ever heard in my life. If you're going to say "You screwed Brett," you need to check your facts right, man.
I agree.
I mean, I'm
you
just saying.
killed Brett.
Yeah, "You killed Brett" would be a better.
Yeah.
But
But did anybody notice at Survivor Series they were actually Ty Dillinger chant the 10?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
10.
No, it was huge.
10.
At Takeover, it was huge.
oh, he was.
No, I'm talking about Survivor Series.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
people
I
were
didn't hear
doing
that
10 at
Yeah,
the,
when the count out, when they were doing the Strowman count out,
Oh, I
they
didn't
were
notice
doing
it.
10.
They were doing 10.
10.
Dude, they love Ty Dillinger. I'm sorry.
Ty Dillinger
That was the
underrated, dude. He's
Perfect.
underrated.
That was the perfect match to start off the night.
He should-
Which I forgot Bobby Roode is from Canada.
He is actually from Toronto, too.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Toronto.
And Ty Dillinger's not that far from.
He's from Niagara Falls.
Yeah, that's not that far.
But
I can
he's
drive
not, he may be 10, but he's not glorious.
But he's not glorious.
Exactly.
But he's a perfect 10.
But he's not glorious.
I don't care. Look, I'm
Glorious
sorry.
beats 10.
I'm sorry I'm not on the glorious train over here,
should
but
be.
I'll be in the perfect. I'll
actually-
be in the perfect car with Mr.
Guess-
Perfect
hey,
and
guess-
the perfect 10.
so
boom.
Guess what? Guess what?
I
Hey,
hope Perfect's not
hey.
driving because you'd be dead.
Yeah. Hey,
That's wrong.
in a couple weeks, you will see how glorious it is. Our shirts will be in. You'll be filled with glorious.
I'm buying a Ty Dillinger shirt just because of
You should
this.
have last night. Now
I
you're
should have.
Then let's get back to Raw. New Day versus Sheamus and Cesaro. New Day wins after Kofi pins Cesaro with a roll up. Listen, it was a good match. I didn't think
he'll turn for the New Day. You think?
We said that from the beginning. I don't think you can.
I mean,
don't think
you
can.
could do anything with the New Day, and they're still going to be over with the crowd.
That's the thing, but they're already heels.
But-
Heels don't make fun of the people in the back and everything.
Here's the thing with New
faces.
Day. New Day, I don't think they can be a heel now because I think they're almost like John Cena-ish, where they need to sell. Can I finish?
Yeah.
Where they can sell stuff, dude, is what I'm saying. Is like they need to pump. They don't keep on making new shirts and everything else. If they go heel,
They're still going to sell shirts, though. It doesn't. Even if you take the belts off them,
Guys,
they're still going to be the top.
They are
merchandise
not
seller.
faces. Do you
Right.
not
No,
understand?
they're kind of anti.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're not a face. So just make them a heel. They're still going to sell the unicorn.
No
stuff.
offense. They should have been the heel from the beginning.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because what did I scream day one? They should be like a nation of domination type of tag.
They should.
Faction.
They should, but they can still do it with this like gimmick stuff and everything. They can still be a good heel. I don't understand why not. You have the perfect team to go against them right now. And that would be Enzo and Cass if they were heels.
Well, I guess the thing is they don't have
Horses
many.
already famous.
Yeah,
they have too many heel tag teams, though.
Not really.
No, they don't. Name another.
If you
Shining
don't,
Star, legit,
Club, Shining Stars,
legit tag teams. I can name one.
Club.
Club. Wait,
and
who
I
was the
don't
other
count
one?
Cesaro and Sheamus because they're like a tweener because
Yeah.
one's heel, one's face.
Right.
I don't count that.
Shining Stars, Golden Truth, no. There's
They're
no
still
other,
around. Oh yeah, they are still around.
There's no Golden Truth would have been a better heel, but
I would have loved to see them as a heel.
there's no legit heels on that
Only
roster.
that's why I want to see the Revival go up.
That's the reason I said that
Yeah.
because you bring the Revival up, letting them be heels, let them, and then you at the big pay-per-views you can put them against the Alphas or another SmackDown team
yeah.
or
No, yeah.
DIY. You know,
But you
bring
need
up
more
the
than
face.
one heel because the
Right.
club just looks bad right now because there's just no
It's
one.
like, well, it's like two against all of them.
Yeah.
But
Like-
that's kind of how they are, though. They add more members and they get stronger. They need to add a person to the club.
That's
I
the
think.
thing I don't get. How can you be a club with just two people? That doesn't work.
Well, 'cause they
no,
have
two
three.
people is not a club.
You can be a wolf pack with two people.
Okay, first off, no, this is not WCW logic, okay?
No, they had 3 in the Wolfpack. 6, Nash and Hall.
You can be an outsider with two people, or you can be with one
I
person.
would like that. Bring back Bubba Ray and form an Aces and Eights.
Nah, he's
Yeah, that
done.
won't work. I know he's done,
Yeah.
but I would like it. Bully Ray.
I would love to see him back. I don't understand why he didn't get
That's
a singles run. He should have got a singles
From
run.
what I read, Velvet Sky actually tweeted out that he couldn't be the way he was on TNA with the Aces and Eights.
Makes sense.
They wouldn't have let. You couldn't have done the same thing on the
Yeah.
WWE TV.
You know they won't let that.
Getting back to Raw, Jericho backstage. The Enzo is walking around backstage naked. He runs into Lana. Rusev
That was
challenges Enzo. Go ahead.
What? Oh yeah, no. Enzo's backstage. Lana looks at him, he's like, "What? Well, what are you looking at?" And then
It was a great
Rusev
segment. He
gets
was
mad. and-
Me and him was talking earlier when they came because they had a big sale last Monday night, right? On shirts. They should have had Enzo run into somebody selling the merchandise and be like, "Hey, you need a shirt or something."
That's what
and then people would know because I didn't know about the sale until he texted me, and then it was almost at the end of Raw.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they didn't do that sooner.
But that was a great
It was a great
by the way.
segment.
Yeah. Oh my god.
How you doing?
So
Got a couple haters over here.
Haters over here.
So we can't have cussing or stuff, but we have a guy running naked backstage.
I guess.
I mean,
Was he really naked?
I'm sure he had like
Dude.
something on.
it had to be a small something on.
No,
I mean,
no, he's got a huge problem over here.
He had a huge problem.
Yeah, it was.
I wouldn't call it a problem.
It was Cass. It was Cass. Anyway, it was a great segment. Stephanie and Mick backstage. Zayn walks in. Mick puts Zayn versus Strowman. Must have been cold in Toronto, yes.
Yeah.
Then we had Cedric Alexander versus Daivari. Alexander wins. Good match.
That pretty much puts him in contention for the cruiserweight belt.
Oh.
I hope so.
Alexander.
Yeah, I hope so. He'll be the next one to challenge after Swan.
I was yeah.
We'll see though. Huh?
Yeah, because wasn't there a 3-man tag?
Yeah.
later?
No, it's
Or
three-way.
three-way.
Yeah, we're getting to it.
A three-way.
Then we had the best. Say what you want. The best segment of the night. Jericho, the highlight reel. Owens comes out. Jericho blames Owens for losing. Owens blames Reigns, and they both say at the same time. They hug.
That was
They
kinda
call
funny.
Rollins Reigns his air conditioning buddy. Rollins comes out. Rollins attacks Jericho and Owens. Reigns comes out. Mick Foley comes out. He books Rollins versus Owens in a title match. I loved this segment.
I did too. I thought it was pretty good. Like, it had a build-up of, oh, my God, they're breaking up, finally. And Owens just killed it on the mic, finally becoming that heel he should be. Monkeys in the truck.
Yep.
Put it on.
That, and when the crowd started saying yes, this guy's not been relevant in years. This is the Kevin Steen that we saw many years ago.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one that we fell in love with when he was feuding with Cena. Playing the perfect heel.
You got to bring up Jessica Simpson at Dallas Cowboys Stadium, really? Said she got more booze than Reigns did. Wow. That's bad.
She did.
So, does he not carry the U.S. belt anymore? Like, is he just, leave it?
Yeah, what's the point of that?
That was
Why
the other
didn't
thing. He didn't even bring it out.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're going. I don't know what they're going to do with the U.S. belt.
Hey, can we get tired? I hate him doing this with like it's a backpack.
I don't mind it.
No, man, put it like you're proud of it. Don't carry it like you're carrying it like a heel, like you don't care. Like, oh look, I have a championship. Like, no, man, be proud that you have a championship.
Like, Owens brought his belt out and he wasn't defending anything. Reigns was coming out. At least have your belt.
Right.
Yeah, that's what makes no sense. Like, are they getting rid of the U.S. belt? I mean, we've been saying this for years. We thought they were.
They should. But I think they're trying. I don't know if they're going to try to get Reigns back into the title picture right away. I wouldn't think so.
No,
because you don't need to.
Well, right now, I think what they're going to do is they're going to do Canada's best friends versus. I really think you're going to see them, versus,
Rollins
the
and
former tag team champions at one point,
and then Jericho's going to cost them or something.
Yeah.
Rusev versus Enzo. Rusev makes Enzo's tap out in 30 seconds. It was a short match.
Yeah, that was shorter than the Goldberg-Brock match.
Yeah. Then we had Anderson Gallows versus Golden Truth. Anderson Gallows wins. Can we just go ahead and give pink slips to Golden Truth? No
nah.
The two of the oldest guys on the roster.
Almost two of the oldest guys.
They need to go away.
Yeah,
They're the oldest guys on the roster. Who's older?
Well, full-time, I should say.
Undertaker.
Should say full-time, yeah.
Full-time.
Because Dustin's
Mark
47 or 48.
Mark Henry's younger than them, I think.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to be maybe early 40s.
I really thought he was older.
Because when he came in, he was only 20.
Yeah,
early 20s.
He was actually really young.
Gallows isn't that young, is he?
No, Gallows is pretty. You have to remember, Gallows has been around for what, 15 years in the business.
Mark Henry is 45.
I mean, he was fake Kane.
So he's younger than both of those because I think R-Truth is 40.
No, R-Truth's almost 50.
Goldust is 47.
Yes, and R-Truth is, I thought, 50. Or he's close. It's very close.
But
he's got 11 kids.
No, he's 44. He is younger.
Really? Are you serious?
He's 44, yeah.
Wow.
What?
He's 44.
It just seems he's that old, I guess.
All right, fine. No, Chris Jericho's older than them. So, but he's full-time.
Jericho's only 46.
No, but he's older than R-Truth, though.
He was 45 last year.
He's 46. Jericho's 46.
Yeah, but he's old. R-Truth's only 44.
Yeah, but, I mean, Dustin Reynolds is still...
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
47.
We get 1 out of 1.
Take that back. Luke Gallows is 32.
Really?
He's 32.
No way.
Yep, 1983.
So when he was Festus, he was young?
Yeah, he was young.
What was he, 19 when he was Festus?
20. He was young.
Wait, but what about when he was fake Kane in 2005? That makes no sense.
Dude,
that doesn't make any sense.
Actually, do you know Carl
Anderson?
What
was he, 16?
Do you know Carl Anderson's 36? He's actually older than Gallows.
What?
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah. How?
And he's from Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah, I know that.
But he's got a hot Asian wife.
Yes, he does.
In a hat. I mean, he's a hat Asian.
All right. So anyway, let's get back to this, what we were talking about. He is 36. Yep. I just looked that up. That's amazing. Strowman versus Zayn. Strowman attacks Zayn from behind. Foley comes out and stops the match. I didn't understand why did Mick even come out? I mean,
well, because the ref couldn't stop the match.
Where's the punishment for these guys, by the way? You said, I mean, the week before, Stephanie threatened everybody, if you lose the match, there will be stuff to pay.
Yeah.
And they reward Rollins with a title match, okay? They gave Sami Zayn freaking Braun Strowman, to wrestle. But Strowman was on the losing team of his match. I mean, and that was the big match, not Zayn versus.
Well, they said in that backstage promo that she overreacted.
Okay.
Because when it was her and Mick before that whole Sami Zayn deal, she's like, yeah, maybe I overreacted. And then Sami Zayn came in. She goes to Mick like, you gotta tell him, and he booked the match with him and Strowman.
Strowman, come on, man. He's a lot better than you give him credit for. Did you see the drop kick he did in the ring?
I didn't. All I saw was like 5 running avalanches into the corner.
5 running avalanches.
He actually
and he almost fell on the first one. By the way,
he actually did a pretty good drop kick on Sami Zayn. I was surprised, but I'm liking Strowman more and more. I see him.
But so are they building Sami's to be like the guy who won't give up?
Yes,
they're going to book him in a match with Blowman and
he wins, and then he'll move on to. They're building him like Daniel Bryan.
But then you're building this guy, this behemoth of a man, and he's just going to lose.
I don't know. I think he's gonna get a major push this year. And I know you don't like him, but I like his promos are good, short and sweet. I like his promos better than Reigns, which is scary.
But he doesn't talk in his promos. It's just like short sentences. Yeah.
But I like that because that's all he needs to say. He doesn't need to
Sometimes it's not even words. It's just, bro.
Yeah. But that's all he needs to do. He doesn't need to do anything else. That's what Reigns needs to do. Charlotte comes out with Dana. Sasha comes out. Jax comes out. Bayley comes out. He's a monster. Yeah, he shouldn't be talking a lot. Charlotte and Jax versus Sasha and Bayley. Sasha wins a bank statement on Charlotte. Next week in Charlotte, Sasha versus Charlotte for the title. Then you had Charlotte backstage or Charlie backstage with Rollins. So next week you'll have a women's title match on Raw.
Here's my issue. It's going to be the main event.
Probably.
Yeah, it's in Charlotte.
I know.
With Charlotte.
But Sasha's not winning the title.
Do we?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
No, because
they need to value the title again.
This will be the third time. Why? How are you devaluing it?
Because Charlotte can't keep a run of more than 2 pay-per-views, and then she loses it at Raw.
Do you know who else lost the belt like that? Her dad. Rick wouldn't hold it. He would. Why? How do you think?
I agree. He didn't have long runs.
How do you think he got to a 16-time champion? That's what they're trying to do with her. And this woman's belt.
Yeah.
They don't try to make her get 16, 17-time champion.
No, they're already doing something, though, with her, just making her win pay-per-views. I mean, she's won 14 straight pay-per-views.
Well, I was going to say, Rick, his first championship, he held it for 6 years.
Who else has ever done that? 14 straight pay-per-view win. She's won 14 straight pay-per-views.
And then loses on Raw.
Right.
But that's okay. I don't care. She's won 14 straight pay-per-views. That's a record.
I don't think it devalues the championship because what we complain about with the titles, we complain they don't change hands on Raw. Well, lately, since SummerSlam, they have, and it's been.
But
nice
it should be a special occasion when it happens.
Say
if AJ holds the title on SmackDown for a year, then he loses it, wins on a pay-per-view, then on SmackDown he loses it. That's special.
But it was special when Sasha went the first time after the pay-per-view. She went on Raw because it was the first draft after the draft, I guess.
Right.
So it was a big event. I mean, it wasn't huge, but it was a big event that night.
But did Charlotte only have it she only had it a couple months, didn't she?
Right. But they're trying to build her. I think they're trying to build up her like her dad. So, in which we get. I mean, but we all agree these two are the best women in wrestling right now.
Agree.
I you have to do something to keep it interesting, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think you'll see somehow, some way you'll see Sasha get beat because of Nia Jax. Nia Jax is going to cost her. Then they're going to take her and Nia Jax and put them in a match. And have Bayley challenge her for a while.
That's why I don't want to.
I don't think she's gonna win anyway.
That's why I don't want to see it as a main event. If it doesn't need to be a main event because I feel like I already know Nia Jax is going to have some involving.
No,
she's going to involve herself.
If it wasn't in Boston, if it wasn't in Charlotte, I would agree with you. But it's in her hometown. It needs to be the main event. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, they main evented a Hell in a Cell match. She needs the main event in her hometown at least. Because wasn't Hell in a Cell in Boston?
Yeah.
I mean, you should let them both main event while they're here.
True.
I'm just.
Oh, so what? Sasha loses in her hometown? Is Charlotte going to lose it in her hometown again?
You never know.
She could, but I don't think she will. But I can't wait for Monday. It's going to be great. Then we have Swan versus Dar. Rick interferes and helps Bailey would be awesome, somebody says.
I don't think Rick will be there.
That is never.
Well, I think Rick will be there, but I don't think he's going to interfere.
I don't think Rick's coming back.
Swan versus Dar versus Perkins with Kendrick on commentary. Swan wins. Did you watch the match?
I did. I'm glad Swan won. Swan needs to win.
I like Switch Swan. He's from North Carolina.
Yeah. But I'm waiting for the Cedric run. I know we got to wait a little while, but he'll get it at some point.
He will.
I'm not a Swan fan. Like,
I
didn't like him in NXT. I don't like him as a cruiserweight push.
Yeah.
I think he's too much like Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I can see
when
that.
Kofi first started, he was, yeah.
Then we had Kevin Owens backstage with Charlie. He calls her Renee Young. I love the promo. It was great. Then we had the Universal title match, Owens versus Rollins. Rollins dies off top of the rail on Owens. Mask guy attacks Rollins. It's Jericho. Owens wins by hitting a power bomb on the ring apron.
Mask guy.
Sin Cara.
Yeah. Well, I said Mask Guy. I didn't think it was Sin Cara mask.
It's Mask guy.
Where was Reigns? I don't know.
They couldn't find a mask big enough to fit his head.
Yeah, I don't know why Reigns didn't come out and help him or anything like that. 'Cause that wouldn't make sense. Or I don't know why Mick didn't come out and stop the match or something. But I loved Raw. I thought the match was great. I know you say you didn't watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it was the parts I watched. It was okay, but if you're gonna make that match like they're banned from ringside, have a stipulation if they come to ringside, whoever they interfere with. I think it would be great if they would have had that and said, okay, but if Jericho interferes, Owens loses the championship. And if Reigns interferes, Rollins can't have another championship match. And you have Jericho with the mask. You don't know it's him. Interfere. It's just a mask guy. Owens wins. It makes it a little more special.
That would have been better. Yeah. Hey, you know what, though? The match was great. The match is one of the matches of the year to me.
Right.
If it wasn't for the Jericho interfering, I think they didn't need to. Do what? Sorry.
No, I was going to say, I just don't get why it was no DQ and then they were banned from ringside. What does it matter? It's no DQ now.
Right. All right. Well, that's it for review. We'll come back. We'll talk about 205 NXT Toronto. We'll talk about that as well. Everybody on Periscope, stick around. We got one more show coming up for you. And you're listening to Wrestling with Attitude.